Hello everyone! For this video, I gave myself a task: design 4 coins for my worldbuilding project Druwides. This will be the money used in the realm of Tevwin. There are so many things that need designing when you're working on a worldbuilding project, and some of those are seemingly small, but they still deserve attention and time. I thought it could be a good idea to explore some of these smaller elements of worldbuilding in a series of videos. I started by putting down rough ideas on my iPad, and then I refined the concepts on Photoshop. I picked iconography that made sense with the existing lore and that I personally liked from a purely aesthetic point of view. The rabbit coin. Rabbits don't have a connection with the existing lore for now, but I wanted to have the iconography of an animal on one of the coins, and I chose the rabbit as I can easily imagine these animals roam in the grasslands of the realm. This is definitely one of those times where I decided to go with something that I liked and thought it looked cool, rather than being too attached to the lore of the world. Sometimes giving yourself the freedom to get away from the established rules can lead to good and fresh ideas. This coin is the lowest value. It is made of impure copper, and because of the softness of the metal, often the rabbits are bent or even cut in half to create half rabbits. In the world of Druwides, both coins and barter are used in the economic system. There are many realms in the continent of Ethedan, and each of those will have their own coinage. But there are also treaties between different realms who make possible the use of foreign coins for buying several types of goods, usually consumables and materials. The monarch coin. Of course, a realm will have at least one coin with the effigy of the ruler. The monarch coin design changes with each new ruler, but it's never a perfect portrait of the person. It always has an iconographic flair given to it. The masters of coins want to represent the idea of a monarch more than the precise person. The monarchs are made of silver, and they are the most used coin by the middle class and merchants. They are quite thin but harder than rabbits, making the cutting practice a bit more troublesome to do. If I think about money in Druwides, I immediately think about the portability. People will have pouches to carry their coins, but I also have a fascination for coins with holes, so I decided to implement this detail too in the design. I felt it could be really useful to tie together the different types of coins or put together a specific sum using some twine. Very useful for organizational purposes. The face coin. This coin shows an icon of the blazing visage, the god of the Church of Bright. It is the newest coin in the realm, as it was introduced just a few decades ago, when the Church of Bright gained religious power and dominance in the realm. It is made of pure gold and has a hefty weight to it. It is used by the richest merchants and the nobles of the city. Some of the richest people will use the faces to adorn themselves and their clothes, making necklaces and cloak fasteners. Some will also hang them from the hem of their tunics and shirts. Another factor to consider here is the value of the different pieces. 80 rabbits make a monarch, 160 monarchs make a face. 240 faces make a hand coin. This shows the huge disparity in wealth between the people who use rabbits and the ones who use faces, and the elite that has access to hands. It is also important to determine what each of the coins can buy. Rabbits are the main coin of the common folk, and as such I can imagine that to grab a meal and a pint of ale at the public house, you will probably pay between 7 and 15 rabbits, depending on the level of fanciness of the pub and the ingredients used. A loaf of bread could go between 2 and 5 rabbits. I will need to write down a proper list of prices and make sure that they work for the setting. The hand coin. This is the highest value coin, and it is used by the richest nobles, the royal family, and the highest members of the church. Not many of these coins were made, as the metal used is a very rare natural alloy mixed with a toxic blue pigment. The process of minting them is extremely complicated and occasionally dangerous, making them very rare and valuable. On the back of each hand coin, a symbol gets pressed by the master of coin to make each hand traceable and recognizable. It also helps fight counterfeit hands being introduced in the system. The face coins have the same design on each side of the coin, while rabbits and monarchs have an inscription on the back with the name of the ruler and a small coat of arms of the noble family. Given that it will be impossible to retire all coins from circulation to update them every time the ruler changes, there are many different rabbits and monarchs coins with several different names of the rulers of the past. I had a great time designing these coins, and I plan to do smaller tasks like these in the future, concentrating on mundane topics of the world of Druwides. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any updates. If you want to check all the lore videos about Druwides, you can find them in a handy playlist on my channel. We now have a Discord server for the world of Druwides. If you want to join us, the link is in the description. I do live streams every week here on YouTube and on Twitch if you want to see my full concept process. You can also follow me on my socials to have daily updates. All the links are below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you very soon in the next one.